Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Mr. Dean Cobalt and today we are going to be going over derived units. Um, so this is going to be a short video. It's pretty easy to describe what derived units are. Derived units are units that are derived, as the name implies, from other units. So derived units are units that are going to be a mixture of other units in some way. Either you're multiplying the units or dividing the units. So in this example, in this video, we're gonna talk about volume and density as examples of derived units, right? So with regard to derived units, we'll look at density. So density is equal to mass over volume. So mass could be in grams, volume could be in milliliters. And so when you divide this, let's say you have 2 grams and your volume is 3 milliliters, you divide it, you get 2/3 or 0.67. And then you're going to divide the units as well, grams per milliliter. So the units are divided. So this would be an example of a derived unit, a unit of density. And so basically you have 2 units that are divided by each other. And so that creates a density unit. And we don't have, as far as I know, a unit that is for density. We can't, just say, okay, the density is, I don't know, cobalts, for lack of a better example. So we just say grams per milliliter. Okay, so that would be an example of a derived unit. Another example is with volume, right? So if I am like trying to find the volume of a cube, so if I have a volume of a cube, so here's my cube. Okay, there's my cube. If I'm going to measure the volume of this cube, then I'm going to measure the length, the width, or the height, the width, and the length, right? So L for all 3 of those. And then if it's a cube, then they're going to be equal size. But if it's not a cube, then it's not going to be equal size. They're going to be different. So if we do that, maybe it's X, or better yet, we'll do the traditional. We'll do H for height, W for width, and we'll do L for length. So to get the volume, I have to measure these sides. So let's say it's in centimeters. So if this is, let's say 1 centimeter, this is 2 centimeters, and this is 3 centimeters, then to find the volume, I'm going to multiply height times width times length. So height times width times length is going to be 1 times 2 times 3, and that's going to give me 6. Oops, I should write in that these are centimeters, so 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, 3 centimeters. So I'm multiplying the numbers, but I'm also multiplying the units. So the units get multiplied. So in algebra, if you remember, if you get x times x times x, then that's going to be x cubed. Same thing with the units. So if you're multiplying the same unit over and over again, then you raise it to that power. So I have centimeters times centimeters times centimeters. So that's going to be centimeters cubed. So notice that I have the unit centimeters like multiplied 3 times. So this is a derived unit because it is made up of other units together. Even though they're the same unit, you're kind of putting the units together. Not only that, but this is a unit of length, right? So you're multiplying units of length, putting them together, and you get a new unit, a unit of volume, right? So this is not going to be the same thing. So this unit of volume is derived from each of these units of length. And so we get centimeters cubed as a unit, a derived unit of volume. So one of the things we also use for volume is milliliters and liters. So one of the things you want to keep in mind is 1 centimeter cubed is equal to, by definition, going to be 1 milliliter. So 1 centimeter cubed of volume is equal to 1 milliliter of volume. And milliliters is a common unit that we are going to be using a lot. Milliliters, liters, things like that. So that's an introduction to derived units. So again, derived units are units that are derived from or are made up of other units together. So you can either divide the units, they either are divided or they're multiplied, or all of the above. So you can multiply and divide units together. And so you can get a derived unit with several different units involved. So that's it. In the next video, we'll look more at we'll look more at density, but before density, we'll talk about different properties called intrinsic and extrinsic properties. So thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time.